If you have 500,000 naira, you have 5 places you can invest your money for maximum return on investment. Number one is REITs. Now, REITs is real estate investment trust. It's an avenue whereby you invest in real estate but you don't own the property. So REIT is more like a mutual fund but for real estate. So what they do is that they manage properties just like business centers, they manage also hotels, and they manage other small buildings. So you don't get to own that property when you invest in those real estates. All the company does is that they manage those property and they pay you some dividend. You can invest in REITs using platforms like Optimus, Biafra Invest, or Bamboo app. There are lots of REITs out there that you can invest in. This is a safe investment in that once you invest in that REIT, you can get some payment through capital appreciation and also dividend they are paying you. So when all those buildings paid you rent, they pay it back to their shareholders. So it's a nice investment strategy. You can get started with 200,000 naira, but since this video is targeted that if you have 500,000 naira, this is an investment you can get started with. There are some REITs available out there that pay dividend. There is the SPG, there is the AMT, there is the KIM. You can invest in any of this one. I can start earning some dividend till you have a good amount of money, so I can invest in the real estate properly where you get to own the property. The next investment idea is palm oil business. Now, some persons don't really know that this is a good way of making some cash in Nigeria. This is known as farming, but you don't get to do all the farming work. All you have to do is to buy this palm oil when they're on low price, and you have to store them well so that once they appreciate in price, you can go about selling them. There are some persons that get 100% return on investments in just 6 months because of they invested in palm oil business. Let's say they bought the palm oil in February for 20,000 naira. Before September, October, November, they are getting about 40,000 naira or 50,000 naira. That's 100% return on investment or more, because all they did was to just store this palm oil. With 500,000 naira, you can get lots of 25 liters of this palm oil and you store it. And one of the things you need to understand when storing it is that you don't need to put it on cement or concrete floor. You need to put it on a wood or something like a mat so that it will not congeal. So it's a great way of investing your money. You can get palm oil from Imo State, you can get palm oil from Delta State, Anambra. Also in your local village, just get a good supplier, and once you store the palm oil and once it's appreciating price, you can sell and make some cash. The third investment I want you to know is Treasury Bill. Now, we've mentioned about Treasury Bill lots of them. I have invested in Treasury Bill and I want you to also invest in Treasury Bill. There are two types of markets when you invest in Treasury Bill. There is the primary market and the secondary market. For the primary market, you invest as much as 50 million naira and you get it directly from the Central Bank of Nigeria. But for the secondary market, which is what this video will be dealing on, is where you invest with a minimum of 100,000 naira. So with 500,000 naira, you can invest in Treasury Bill, and it's a short-term investment, which means it's less than a year. Let's say you invest in the next 22 days with 500,000 naira, there are greater chances you get about 9,000 naira as your return on investment. But if you leave it for up to like 180 days, you can get as much as 30 something thousand naira, 40 something thousand naira, depending on the interest rates they are giving. You can use Afri Investor 2.0, an app by Afri Invest, to invest in Treasury Bill, and it's a low risk investment, so there are less chances of you losing your fund. When you invest in Treasury Bill, you are giving your money to the federal government of Nigeria, like you are lending money to the federal government of Nigeria. So definitely they are going to pay your money back. All you do is that you start counting your days. And one important thing about Treasury Bill is that you can get your interest up front. So if you invest today, you can get your interest today, and when it's down the end of your duration, you can get your capital. Now, the next investment you need to know is the savings bond. Yeah, savings bond is another way you lend money to the federal government of Nigeria, but now it's not just in a year. You lend it for 2 years or 3 years. I have been investing in savings bond also. It's a great and wonderful investment with low risks. Sometimes they pay you 18% per annum, or sometimes they pay you 19% per annum, and they pay you 4 times every year, so they pay you quarterly. So it's a nice way for you to earn some passive income. Let's say you invest for this month, you are getting 4 payments in the next year. There's a way you can invest in savings bond and you can get payments every month. You just have to invest in 3 subsequent months. Let's say January, February, March. You'll be earning some dividend, or you'll be earning some interest every month of the year. Let's say you invested for 2 years or 3 years, you'll be earning some interest for 2 years or 3 years, depending on where you invest. So it's a low risk investment, and I advise you go into it. And the next place to invest your money is the stock market. Now, the stock market is very volatile, so you need to understand the company you are trading on. You need to understand the stock you are buying before you go about buying the stock. Now, there are some stocks that are performing well. One thing I love about Afri Investor 2.0 is that they recommend some stock to you. So when they recommend the stock to you, I advise that you make your research about the stock before you go ahead investing in stock. There are some companies that have done 100% return on investment in a year period. But one advice I'll give to you is that when you invest in stock, look at it in a long run. Don't think a stock to be a short-term investment where you get your return on investment soon and you get it so big. No, stock is not always like that. You can invest in a company and they don't give you a good return on investment in 2 years period, 3 years period, or 4 years period. Yeah, the Nigerian stock market has been behaving well. There are lots of companies out there that have been giving dividend. Some companies stock that has been appreciating in price. I've done a video of 5 Nigerian companies you can invest in and you can get your dividend. I advise that you watch that video, because when you invest in such company, you are receiving dividend and you can also make money when there is an appreciation in your capital. So in the stock market is one of the ways you can invest with 500,000 naira in Nigeria. One beautiful thing I would advise is that when you want to invest with your 500,000 naira in the stock market, don't just buy a stock. You can diversify by buying various stocks. So the benefit of diversifying your stock is that once one stock is not appreciating or once one stock is not performing well, you can get that consolidation from the other stock. You can use the other stock appreciation as an advantage. So these are 5 places you can invest your 500,000 naira in Nigeria and get a good return on investment. If you have more places you can recommend, drop it in the comment section so that we all get to see where you invest your 500,000 naira. If you have any question, you can also drop it in the comment section and I'll be there to reply all your comments. Don't forget to like this video and also subscribe to this channel as we keep bringing you ways to go about making some cash online. Till our next one, peace.